shadows tearing apart the skies.
Okay, meow meow everyone. Another false start as I usually do them. How goes it? How goes it? The free mic here with something never seen before. Skyrim. No, all jokes aside, I've been trying a couple times to play the crazy version of Skyrim called Skyrim Nolvus. It's pretty good. It looks really good, but it's really fucking taxing on my machine. And I have a not the highest end game you see, but pretty fucking solid, and I'm struggling to get like a solid 30, so I decided to try another collection mod pack all-in-one collection called Skyrim Elysium. Elysium. It took fucking forever to install, and I mean like all day yesterday, like all of it. It's not as well made when it comes to like the unpacking as Nolvus, but it once everything was installed, it works really fine. I started a new game just to test it out really quickly, and there's no reshade, but it looks really good regardless. So I think they put a lot of work on the A and Bs. I tried to install reshade on top of it, but it didn't work. So I'm just gonna keep it as is. The good news though is that it runs a lot better. Like I'm hitting a solid 40 to 50, sometimes even 60 FPS, which like I was absolutely not able to get with Nolvus. So I just thought that we'll give it a shot. I don't know if it's gonna be an episodic series or anything like that, but I thought it'd be cool to check it out together. So yeah, it's called Skyrim Elysium. Just check it online. You'll get the GitHub page and how to install it, which again is pretty straightforward. You do need a Nexus premium account for the download. So they actually kind of raised their price recently, so now it's about like $10 a month. It's a bit expensive, honestly, but it does really, really help with the installation of massive mod banks and mod collections such as Nolvus or Elysium. So there's that, but other than that, it was pretty straightforward. It's just very, very, very long. But hey, it's done, so fuck it, let's jump right in. Like I said, I started a new game, already made my character, so I'm just gonna skip that, but I'm literally just at the spawn point, which is a little camp on the outskirts of Helgen. So let's do this. So again, no reshade, but honestly, it looks very good just with the ENB. And it runs, again, a lot better than Nolvus, at least on my machine, which is, I have a... Fuck, I never completely remember. Oh yeah, no, I have a little paper here. So what I have me is a AMD Ryzen 7 5800X. I got 64GB of DDR4 RAM. I know it's only DDR4, but it's because my board was not supporting DDR5. My motherboard is a MSI M4 Tomahawk. SSD is I have 3 terabyte total, so two different ones, but case whatever. My GPU is a RTX 4060 Ti, 16GB, and that's pretty much what matters. The rest is just cooler and shit. So as you can see, very fluid. I'm hitting a solid 47, 48. So I'm thinking let's just go to Helgen, or you know what? I might just drop this mouse sensitivity a tad. It's a bit intense. Difficulty. Thank you. Not master, certainly not. All right. Now, how does that feel? Oh, that's a bit better. Okay, so let's go to Helgen, because anyway, that's where we need to start. Oh, how about fucking... Hey. Okay. A little bit of lag. There's some weird sound outside. Again, it looks really, really good, as is. Well, maybe that snow is not the craziest, now that I'm looking at it. But that's fine. Just look like papers a bit. Oh, so that's... Oh, is that where... There's a lot of wolves around. I hear a lot of wolves. So, no, I'm gonna go... Oh, yeah, okay. Fuck. So that's the... That's like the roll, but it doesn't... How do I sprint, then? Yeah, that rolling animation is... Probably looks better in third person. Yeah. It's just that... I can't play in third person. It's just so fucking weird. The animation is not the greatest for that, I gotta say, but textures are tight. Like, I know there's less crazy... Oh, yeah, but still, how do I fucking run, though? Control? Not control. Alt? Oh. That was not Alt. That was the Windows key. No. When I press Alt, it's doing that. How do I run? Controls. It says left Alt, but me, when I do that, it does weird things, so... Okay, I am running, technically. Jeez. It's not a very fast run. But I think my problem is because I'm cheating. Yeah, that's it. I need to be... My weapon needs to be cheated to be... Okay, so there's the burn dude. Oh, there's a rat. Read the journal. Guess we can go pick up the dude in the camp, but I just want to maybe check out here. That door looks pretty good. Just want to see if I can get maybe a weapon better than my wood cutting axe. It's pretty dark here. Wait, whether it wrote super quick. Wrote something, but... Tank card. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll take that. Okay, when I'm aiming at the quest on my compass, it appears. I kind of like that. That's interesting. Okay, so let's equip yeah, that war axe and put that. Oops. That's a nice axe. But I don't really want to go there because then it's going to be blocked. Because it's always blocked. It's just to grab the axe and the armor. Okay, it does work. Wait, wait. Pretty sure I pressed on wind. It's true though. It's because I have this keyboard. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna put myself in full screen for a second. Hello. Oh, it's not working. Is it doing that weird time? Yeah. Okay, so it's because I have this keyboard here, okay? It's a mechanical keyboard that is wireless. But the things that I was using on my Mac before, and I literally swap the Windows key and the Alt key because on Mac, Command, which is the Windows key, although it's more used as an Alt key, it's right beside space. And that was kind of throwing me off. So when I press Alt, I need to flip those switch back. But okay, so the Win key is the Alt key. That's why it was not working. Okay, that's very annoying. It makes no sense that I have to do that, but whatever. My Stream Deck is acting weird. Okay, so yeah, no, it works very fine. Wait, the cavern is here. So I'm gonna find the dude. Roll off. Isn't that his name? Okay, here it is. Again, so far I like it just simply because of the peripherals that are so much better. Okay, it's really fucking dark though. Do I have a torch? I don't think I have a torch. What is happening outside? Pretty unclear. Wait, what? I don't know. Just weird truck sounds. Maybe it's the apocalypse finally. Who knows? Okay, so yeah, no, I do not have a torches. I have a lockpick. That's great. But yeah, no. I got nothing. I mean, at the same time, I do believe that cavern needs to be dark, but it's really dark. Sorry about that. I think they added some music. I like it quite a lot. Okay, so there's this dude. Wait. There's this dude and this dude. That's the Stormcloak dude. No, that's the Imperial dude. You can suck a cock. Go with the Resistance, obviously.
What are you doing back here?
I came to see what was going on here.
What? Are you crazy? Riverwood will burn. You need to go warn them now. Bite. Ismir's beard. Are you daft? Oh, never mind. Just help me out here and I'll come with you. Find me a healing potion. I'm too banged up to go much of anywhere right now.
Okay, I thought that was a healing potion right there.
The Imperial milk drinkers.
Was there a potion in there? Hopefully not. Do I have a potion? An apple. Where can I find a potion? Is there one here? There's a bunch of wine. I'm gonna take the money though. I'm sorry, dude. I'm doing my best to find you a fucking potion. What if I go steal it from the other dude? He's shaking and he's not doing great. What if I kill him? Can I pickpocket him? No. Okay, well.
What was that?
With that, my. Die, motherfucker. Come on, it's almost dead. Okay, but he doesn't die. Hey, greetings. God damn it. Okay, where do I gonna find a stupid potion? I need to come back, maybe? Well, is he fine now? Are you fine?
Do you have the potion yet?
No, but you look very fine. Yes, I have one here.
I knew I could count on you.
Okay, cool. Oh, that turns out I did had one. Oh, give.
That's better. Thank you, friend. Look out! Praise Talos. That was close. We better get out of here.
The game is going great. I'm trying like a different variation of Skyrim. It's called Skyrim Elysium, so it's a gigantic mod pack of about 1,700 mods. This is my first tryout. Trying to see if it's better than Nolvus, and it's definitely performing a lot better.
There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time. No way to know if anyone else made it out alive. This place is going to be swarming soon enough. Better clear out of here. My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
What if we don't split up?
You know, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulf.
Looks pretty nice. Again, maybe not as nice as Nolvus, but pretty close. And again, so much more FPS performance. Oh, look at that. Oh, is that rabbit okay?
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow.
Yep.
Never understood how my sister could stand living in the shadow of that place. I guess you get used to it.
I feel like there's worse things than that. Okay, I'm eager to see how Riverwood looks like. Oh, that looks pretty good. I sound like I'm limping around though.
Guardian stones. 3 of the 13 ages.
Okay, maybe level up. A bit of stamina, I guess. Yeah, so like this kind of a new perk system here as well. So not exactly entirely sure how it works, but I think it's more akin to like Fallout 3 and stuff like that. Okay, so maybe a bit of destruction because I already had one end.
Standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
I prefer the Loverstone, but I'm gonna have to wait a bit. Yeah, sure. Let's go with Warrior.
Good.
What was that? Is that an achievement?
You to honor and glory.
That looks good.
Remember, this isn't Stormcloak territory. If we're ahead of the news from Helgen, we should be fine. As long don't do anything stupid. If we run into any Imperials, just let me do the talking, alright?
So it's definitely like less charged than Nolvus. Seems a bit more vanilla. Again, a lot more vegetation and everything, but Nolvus is really intense. It's beautiful, but again, it's just so taxing on the GPU, man.
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood.
There's an in route over there. Okay, here we are. Oh, well, that's extended. That's new. Those buildings aren't supposed to be there. It looks very nice. So it's a highly modified Riverwood as well. Like, oh yeah, there's no alchemy shop over here generally. Yeah, well, if I'm really honest though, like, I mean, I never care that much about achievement. I mean, it's cool, but I'm not one to like, how could I say that? I am a completionist to a certain extent, so I will try to tick boxes and all of that, definitely. Achievement, you know, like, though, ultimately it depends. Like, sometimes they're like a bit annoying to get. And yeah, but to be fair, I do think that in the long-ass mud list that I have right now, one of those mud reactivates the actual achievement on Steam, because I think otherwise, as soon as you play modded, it's the same thing as on console. You cannot have the achievement. And I mean, I heard the sound, but I didn't saw it. So, whoa! Why is everybody screaming? What is happening? Oh, they really modified that place heavily. I like that. Are you the sister?
Used to strangers here in Riverwood. What can I do for you?
You look level no. That's a lot of dialogue. Where's Rolaf? Rolaf? Wasn't he like right behind me? He went running somewhere, but I didn't saw where. I like also that you don't see their name as long as you haven't spoke with them.
Nothing. Now leave me.
All right, dude. All right. I'll have to be fucking rude about it. Did you see a dragonfly over earlier?
Dragon? Are you out of your mind? No, I did not see any dragon.
Okay, this dude is a fucking dick. So I'm just gonna walk away. Oh, I think they're in the back. I really like the layout because it's actually different, of course, from the vanilla game, but it's different from Nolvus as well. So that's interesting. Can you believe this fucking game is like almost 15 years old? What the fuck? Wait, what? No, that's impossible. Yeah, it's 2011, 21, fucking 10 plus 24, 13 years, 14 years. I'm old. that's the bottom line of this. Fun fact, fun little story about Skyrim. I guess it's an 18 plus story, or 21, depending where you live. So, when Skyrim got out, I remember it pretty well because it was 11/11/11. So, November 11, 2011. And I just got back into gaming at that point because I kind of took a several year break. Just gonna back away a bit for that conversation. I was a huge fan of Oblivion and even Morrowind back then, obviously. But so I was with my friend. It's not a friend I have anymore, but it's one of my friend back then. and we decided to go pre-order, because bear in mind at that time, first of all, physical media are a lot more prevalent than today, like by a large extent. And I mean, Amazon was existing, but it was definitely not like it is today. So like, I don't think I was using Amazon at that point at all. So we had to go to an actual store, brick and mortar store, to get a pre-order. So we went like a full week pre-release to it was called Videotron Club here. So it's basically like a Blockbuster kind of thing. Where you could rent games and buy games and movie as well. So so the day that it was releasing finally, but they were doing that midnight launch thing, so we had to go wait in line at fucking, like, you know, like I think we were like second in line. None of it mattered, because as soon as you had a pre-order copy, like I don't think they were selling more than what they were going to receive, so we were going to get one regardless, because we pre-bought it. But we wanted to be earlier to be, because I think we got there around 10 p.m. maybe 9 p.m. even, and it was already one person, so we got second in line. But by the time the game launched at midnight, because the thing is that the video store was like closing at maybe like 9 or 10, so it was like closing for a few hours to reopen at midnight to be able to so by midnight it was a fucking long ass line. But us as wild, I don't know, I was a teenager in fucking 2011. I was 20 old, 24, I think. I'm 38 now. I'm really old. So we decided to make it more fun. We got a fuckload. Back then I was taking Adderall as prescription, but also a lot of amphetamine and cocaine. Very heavy stimulant abuser. So we decided to get a fuckload of cocaine, and then we did a lot of cocaine in the line, literally. Just like key bumps for like 3 hours. We're like super fucking hyped and grinded, and we can't wait. So we get the game at midnight. We're like second in a row, get the game. We get back home, and we had more blow and shit, and we played Skyrim for 11 hours straight. I think I played even more than that, but my friend like kind of passed out after 11 hours straight. But me, I was like on speed, and I was just like, I just couldn't stop. It was so fucking mind-blowing. And I mean, you look nowadays on any videos of the original release build of Skyrim, and it looks kind of like shit. Like, especially when you used to see all the mods and everything. But yeah, so that was my story about getting Skyrim the first time. I was high out of my fucking mind. It was pretty intense. Yes, watch, I'm not sleeping anymore.
Stay as long as you like. If there is anything
That is some hospitality that you can't get around anymore. Gotta be honest. I'll give you I wanted to give her a carrot in exchange, but
there is something you could do for me.
I didn't offer.
Know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go inside your house and take everything you have first, if that's cool with you.
To work before I missed, but did anyone else escape? Did Ulfric?
Don't worry. I'm sure he made it out. It'll take more than
Hey, there's a bunch of new animals. Look at these ducks. These are not vanilla at all. There's baby ducks here.
everything is.
Ah, they're so cute.
Them bring up our meal.
Ah, can I pet them?
I'll see you later.
Don't worry about me. I know how.
And that's and you're so right. Oh my god, why is the wait? I don't know why the chat is so out of it. I'm gonna bring it back a bit. But you're absolutely fucking right about that. Let me. I don't know why it's so out of chat. I'm gonna move it a bit. Maybe hear it more. Whatever. Oh, maybe just wider. There you go. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Morrowind was my first two as well. I love this game so much, and you're right about it. It is a masterpiece. That's undeniable. That's A. And look, if I'm honest, I like all Bethesda games almost equally. Like, a lot of people are bashing on like Fallout 4 and or Starfield. I love Starfield. I played the shit out of it. I love Fallout 4. I'm still playing to this day. I have a super insane mod pack that I'm running to as well. And, well, first of all, the mod community of these games is so insane that it really brings so much replayability. But I do think as well that, and I mean, if you were at university around that time, we're probably in a similar age bracket. And I do think, and I know it's going to sound boomerish almost, but I do think that the 360/PS3 era was kind of the golden age of gaming, like literally, because so many good games. Shit was starting to infiltrate. I remember very well Battle Pass, Season Pass. That's where they started to pop in and whatnot. But there was just something about the scopes of game being really big but manageable at the same time, and like the industry was such in a different place where, like, I don't know, like, I think Skyrim sold, let's say the first year, like, probably like 1 million or 2 copy, and that was considered an amazing success. Today, a same game come out, Starfield is a good example, or any other game, the amount of money you have to make as a publisher, especially, to recoup the insane amount of investment it costs to make a game now, it's killing the industry, man. It's really killing the industry, because like it doesn't matter how good the game is and how popular it is. It cannot make that amount of money. And that's why they're so obsessed with fucking live services, because that's the only way that you can kind of milk back your investment of $200 million. Like game like Spider-Man 2, whatever, is the $220 million for a game. You gotta sell a lot of copy to make your money back, and then some to make an actual profit. So the whole industry is poisoned by stupid capitalistic ventures and it's just people in executive position that makes decision. But yeah, I think we're in a very dark and somber period of gaming, but I do think that a couple more years, because it's getting really bad. Like, it's really getting, there's a reason why people keep going back to old game and shit like that. I think it's getting so terrible that soon it's going to be a actual real gaming crash, a bit like it was in the 70s with 80 and all of that shit, where, and although it's in a different context, because back then it was shovelware, there's so many shit games that people got fed up, but today I think it's different. There's so many gigantic AAA game that cost a lot of money, but they don't give much, man, in return. And I mean, again, you take Skyrim for an example. Okay, did I bought Skyrim about 17 times on 17 different platforms? Sure. And that's true. That is very true. I 100% agree. Like, with the third person and everything, I don't know why the chat is not appearing properly in the stream now. If I put move it more here, I just want to see it properly. Why is that? I don't know. But yeah, I 100% agree. Like, I'm not a huge fan of third person. Some of them, yes, sometimes it just makes sense, and that's just what it is, and that's fine. Let's go to the hotel to the end, maybe get a little night's sleep. But the level of immersion in first person is so vastly superior. Oh, look at that squirrel. That squirrel is new as well. Hi, little squirrel. He's looking at me. What? That's cool. But again, like, the level of craftsmanship from the Skyrim world. I mean, I read article all the time of, like, people still finding shit in the vanilla game that no one has ever found after fucking almost 15 years. And that is something special. Like, it's they really did make something special, and I do think it's harder to recreate today because of the means required to build such a game now. And there's another horse there. What the fuck? But yeah, I completely agree. I mean, the last fantasy game, actually, funnily enough, the last fantasy game that I really got into, that I even finished, because I rarely, if ever, finish game because of my ADHD, it was a third person called Greedfall. It's by Deep Silver, and that shit really got me hooked. It was third person, but it was really nice. It was nicely crafted, and the story was really good. It was kind of a double A game, and I think that's right now. That's a bit where the future, not the future, but it's going to be a transition period where double A's. Anyway, right now, as we speak, most double A games perform significantly better than triple A, and since they don't cost nearly as much to dev, they are able to survive. But the problem is that those gigantic corporations that are keep buying studios, and Microsoft is guilty of that, and it sucks because I was always an Xbox person, and I always believed in Phil Spencer. I'm not fiberglassed by what's happening right now, and I think that's a big proof of it is so far up now, the pyramid of executive decision, that people like Phil Spencer that really had visions, they're getting obliterated by the shareholders, and how like I don't know why they bought. I mean, I know why they bought Activision, but I don't think it was a good move, and that shit costs too much money, and right now everybody's fucking flipping at Microsoft, and that's the thing that I realized, that for the longest time, man, the Xbox brand to Microsoft was just like a thing. It was just tiny things, a few billions of revenue a year, but that's nothing compared to the Windows or even Azure, their server services and all of that shit. So, but when Xbox, so I don't know if it's Phil's idea, but when he was like, let's buy Activision for fucking $69 billion, that's a lot of money. So Microsoft executive was like, okay, cool, like sure, but gotta make that money back now. And I think that post-COVID, post that gaming bubble that kind of crashed, obviously, when the world kind of got back to a normal state where like people weren't just at home gaming 24/7. But that's the fucking problem with executive decision and markets and capitalistic system, is that there's no foresight. It's like 3 months. It's a trimestral. It's like, okay, how can we make the line go up now? So like, hey, we bought that fucking $70 billion acquisition, and it took a long time because of all the court things and all the FCC ruling and whatnot. But then they're like, now that 70 billion is making kind of a hole in I mean, I don't think it's a gigantic hole, but it's about investors and shareholders. So they're like, well, the share of Microsoft hasn't got that up since they got that acquisition, and so like they need to find a way to make the share price go up and or more dividends and all of that shit. So it's they're panicking right now. Like they're cutting studios left and right. Like again, the whole Hi-Fi Rush debacle, if you want to call it like that, where like it makes no sense because they keep saying like, oh, we need smaller studio, we need smaller games, double A's, indies that are gonna diversify our portfolio. But then when they actually have one game that is successful in that category, the thing is that in the bottom line, revenues of those streams are so insignificant that they're like, yeah, it's not true. That's not what we need. What we need is gigantic AAA live services that we can milk for. And all of that, and I'm not gonna blame the dev that made that game, because I don't think that was necessarily their intention, but all of that is because of Fortnite. That fucking game that became, and arguably you can put Roblox and a couple like even potentially Minecraft, I guess, to a certain extent in those categories. But there's a couple events that happened with a couple games that became successful live services, and it made so much fucking money that now everybody thinks that this is the way to go. And this is why everything shits like right now, is because every game tried to come up as a live services, and you got people like at Ubisoft that are like, hey, get used to not owning anything. This is over now. We're done that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna license you for a limited amount of time access to platforms and gaming, and people are not happy. But I think an important issue that it's not often talked about, or it's often overlooked, is that we as gamer, people that are not on board with that shit, people that are more, I don't want to say core gamer because I don't think it's a thing, but more like traditional gamer, if you want to put it like that. People that are a bit older too, that didn't grow up on a live service game where you get that dopamine hook of like, dude, I have ADHD. I play about 75 games at the same time, never finish them because that's just how I roll. So I personally would have a lot of trouble to just be on one game that just brings me new content. Okay, Skyrim might be kind of a bit of that, but it's not a live service. It's more of a DIY scene community. But the thing is that the reason why publishers are trying to redo another Roblox or Fortnite or maybe even Destiny 2 or the very few successful live services, or all the microtransaction problem and how we hate that. The problem is that I hate that, you hate that, and a good community of older. But the kids today, first of all, they were brought into that type of gaming ecosystem where it's really about, that's just what they know. So like they're not to blame, they're not dumb or anything. That's how they game. They game on mobile. That's all they know. And the thing is that we often mix up what we hear in our own echo chamber of older gamers that are like, this is shit, and microtransactions are shit, and live services are shit. It is unfortunately a small portion of the consumer market. The reason why those things worked and they're trying to recreate them is because it worked. Like, a lot of people are playing those games. A lot of people, like Fortnite is still one of the biggest games in the world, and they fucking milking that shit. So it's important to discern what the gamers, as we call ourselves, want versus what the consumer at large want or operates within. So, because it really seems like all of the execs are so tone deaf to us, but that's the thing, is that they're tone deaf to us, but they're not tone deaf to a market. And arguably they are sometimes, because you see games flopping like that, fucking Suicide Squad and all of that shit. But yeah, you're 100% fucking right about that. It's exactly the problem, is that, but at the end of the day, I think the live services concept is inherently flawed because it's so complicated to make it not just purely dopamine grind. Like, because on paper, I agree with you. Like, technically, almost any game, Skyrim included, as a live services, because the notion of a live service should be, oh, it's that persistent world. I guess MMOs are something that kind of started it all, like even with World of Warcraft back in the days. But it's supposed to be that thing's like, oh, I love this game, I love this world, and now it's kind of a thing that is ongoing that I can always go back to and find new stuff to do and all of that. So the premise idea is actually good, but the real problem that they kind of realized they had quickly is retention. We don't live in days. Even, look, when Skyrim launched, it was a worldwide thing because of like, and although there was a lot of game popping up and everything, but it's just that right now it's not just game, but it's social media, it's TikTok, it's everything that wants your attention on such a finite like banks, like every second they want it. So it's really hard to retain a player base in any game, literally any game. Sure, it's easier on multiplayer in some aspects sometimes. Again, I'm not someone who plays multiplayer ever. I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. I don't mind co-op games but they're kind of rare, the good ones, you know. Like I know like Helldiver is kind of one like that. It's PvE, so I'm more into PvE than PvP for sure. But I'm not someone who's enjoyed particularly playing online with people at all. But when you do, you have still a vast selection of games that's Call of Duty or whatever. And the thing is that you're gonna play what your friends play. If you do play online, it's definitely gonna like kind of account for yeah, that's it, you know. And that's the thing. Like me personally, I wouldn't consider, and I'm not saying that in any derogatory like manner at all, but I don't consider necessarily people that play kind of exclusively Call of Duty or Fortnite or even sports game. I'm talking exclusively, like you can enjoy a sports game, you can enjoy like all of those games. But if like that's the thing, that's the only thing, because there's a lot of people like that literally they just play Call of Duty every year it released, or they just play the FIFA or the NHL. And again, that's all fun and games. I have no issue with that. But that is not what I would call someone who is a avid gamer of like a. Because me, I always gamed. And my neurodivergency and spiciness definitely has something to do with that. I'm well aware of it, but I play game to escape reality. And I understand that, fuck, you're playing Call of Duty, you're escaping reality, but I don't think it's the same. Like, I play games at easy setting 95% of the time. Because I like to go on an adventure and feel like I'm not all powerful, but I fucking hate to get punished every single fucking minute. So like that's why I'm not into multiplayer games, because it's too hard to. You have to be dedicated to that game to play like 24/7, so you can eventually kind of be in a state of like you're good enough to compete to get some fun. Otherwise, it's just so fucking terrible. But like Souls game are perfect example of game that I do not understand. Like, I don't get it. I tried. I played Dark Souls 1 for about 20 minutes. And I was like, I don't... it seems like I hate challenge, but it's not that. It's just that, like... I guess that's not the type of challenge I'm looking for. I like challenge where I use my brain a bit more. And I'm not saying that there's no brain usage and like developing the technique to dodge in Dark Souls, and I know that it's very about that. It's about like learning how like the enemy is going to move and how to counteract, and there is these skills attached to that, and I think it's great, but that's what defines the game. Is like it's fucking hard. It's like, yeah, okay, you know what else is fucking hard then on a daily basis? Life. Like I just don't get it. Like, I mean, I play games because I want to have fun. I want to relax. And again, I love horror games. I love to be stressed. I love to be challenged, especially mentally. But just like getting punished, not as much, you know. Like, and I just don't get it. But again, those are all different type of gamers, and it's all fine. But even games like Elden Ring, you know, like they have a massive following because people really like that company and the games they're making, and that's really great. But even them, the more they make bigger games, so Elden Ring and shit, the more it costs and the harder it is to make your money back, because again, games that have no microtransaction or live services element or any post purchase transaction, how do you make your money back? And it's such a bigger problem. It's not just gaming, it's the whole economy that is fucking broken and top to bottom. But the problem, there's many of them, but one basic problem is the price of game. It hasn't really gone up in 20 years. A PS1 game, brand new, in fucking 98 or 99, that was $60. So inflation taken for account, the game should cost like $200 now, and of course no one wants that, and it wouldn't sell. But if you take just like what it costs to make a game versus what you can get out of it as a publisher, it changed a lot. So like, I think there is quite a few of those hardcore experience. I don't necessarily. I know that if you check out on Nexus in the collections, there's definitely a bunch of. I don't know if it takes enemies out completely, but I know that there's a lot of mods that's gonna add a lot of the hardcore kind of more survival elements. I know there's at least what's it called, Frost, I think, something like that. But anyway, yeah, so that's my take on all of that. That's why I'm playing back. And it's true, man. Like, I mean, I play Skyrim as a comfort place, you know, when I'm like, I don't know what to play anymore. Or even sometimes I feel like shit, just unrelated to gaming in general, but I feel like shit. Skyrim is just like, it's kind of a warm place to come back, you know? Like, it feels like home. And it's fun to play Skyrim with new coats of paint and all of that, you know? Okay, so, I mean, I talk so much that it's probably not even night anymore. Oh no, it's 1:38 a.m., so it's still night.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
So you have room.
I don't think
You have room, but you're not gonna let me have one?
Right then.
Where's Delphin? Isn't it Delphin or some shit? What is that, a bear? Hey, that's new. That's kind of nice that there's the blanket over them. That's definitely not vanilla. Because you see people just fucking just laying down on the... Okay, where's that bitch? That's the bard. Maybe she's on break. Maybe she's... Maybe that's her. Whoa! Sorry, I didn't meant to to disturb you like that. I'm sorry, Delphin. You can... Yeah. Go back to bed. Oh, okay. So is... That is not very cool, man. Clearly there's a guy sleeping there, and who the fuck are you? Just... Oh, well, yeah, I guess you woke him up, right? What are you guys doing? Anyway, I'm gonna get my own room, I think. Is that my room? Nope.
What do you want?
Oh, so it's the modified version as well. So there's a downstairs. So I mean, there's the bats. Bath, not bats. Is that mine? No. Where is my room? No, I think it's this one. It says not owned. Nice. Okay, let's have a little nap. And yeah, and that's definitely an issue. It's so hard to and that's where just like fucking money just ruins everything, you know, like that. And that's the thing. We saw that with movies. We saw that with pretty much any art form eventually get industrialized and ruined. It's just what's happening right now with gaming is exactly that. It's just got. But I do think that in a couple of years it's gonna. It really depends again, because let's not forget that, like I was saying, the reason why those things are like shoved down their throats because there's a lot of people that actually are participating in that. So like, it's always about voting with your wallet. Is the only thing we can do a bit. But yeah, but that's the thing. But it's. Again, I think that all of that is a much bigger problem with the economy itself, and everything is so unbalanced and unregulated and weird that not a lot of it makes sense. But that's why all the biggest, like even both Sony and Microsoft, they're like, yeah, the whole like AAA exclusive that costs $200 million is less and less viable, so we got to come up with something else. Microsoft is trying Game Pass. It works. I mean, I love Game Pass. I have Game Pass on PC and Xbox downstairs, and it's amazing. I mean, I don't really recall the last time I actually bought a game. Well, at least on Xbox. On PC I do on Steam, but on Xbox barely. Except like, I think the last game I bought full price, brand new, Baldur's Gate 3, which I regretted it a bit. But before that, I think it was like Red Dead 2. I'm not even sure. I know I bought Red Dead 2, but again, so that's great. Like me, I prefer that way to try to monetize everything with Game Pass. I think it's a better way than just trying to have millions of live services. But again, man, do you know how much fucking like games like Fortnite? It's bringing like billions with a B in revenue a year for the same game. Sure, they put new contents all the time. They actually change the game quite often, like completely. But most of the costs are behind them. So like everybody wants a piece of that stupid pie, you know, and it is a stupid pie. But yeah. Anyway, that's why we have Skyrim. Oh yeah, no, I agree. And look, dude, like 1,000,000%. And if I'm very honest, that's a question that I ask often on my stream to no one. But point being is like, hey, gamers, what do you want? Like, what do you want? Like, it's because you're right. It's like we know what we don't want, but when it's about what I don't include myself in that because I'm pretty solid on what I want. But you're right. Like, you know, people don't want to pay. They want it all. They want great games. But again, I come back to Starfield because I think it's a good example. Was it overhyped? Absolutely. Is it a bad game? Absolutely fucking not. It's an amazing game. It's a really good work of art. And there's a lot of hundreds of hours of things to do. Is it the greatest game that ever lived, or the game to end all game? No. But that's the problem, and I think that's where I think you're really onto something, is that every game release, it doesn't matter if it's good or not, people are trashing it. Like 95% of the time. I think Helldivers 2 is probably one of the very few rare case of like that didn't happen, but it did when Sony did like, hey, guy, we want your data, so like now 6 months after the game is released, we want PSN account. And people lost their shit, and it did work. Sony backed off, which also prove a bit when we are more vocal about things, sometimes it can work. But you're right, 100% right. Me, I'm really wondering what people want. Because, yeah, sure, a lot of games that are coming out, if not most of the AAA games, are coming in broken state, unfinished. Fucking, they need like 20 gigs day one patch. Is that a B? Can I catch it? Wow. And I don't necessarily always have a problem with that. And let me explain is that, okay, I would have a problem if I just paid $70 for a game that is completely unfinished. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But since new games that are like just released, I primarily generally get them on Game Pass, or at least on massive sale, because I don't pay $80 for a game. Like, I don't want to. But I actually really enjoy playing a game and being like, whatever, I'm done, or like, it's a bit nah. Putting it back there and coming back to it a year later, and it's like transformed. I think that aspect is cool because it does, you know, you can patch it, you can add content, the DLC and mods, and it just creates that longevity of games now. As opposed as before, a PS1 game, you pop it, you play it, then it's done, it's over. There's nothing you can do about it. But I think the main issue here again is that, because the reality is that I guess nowadays 85% of the games that are coming out, or even if they're not labeled as such, they're early access. Let's be real. All games that are getting pumped out, they're early access. They're not done. But there is a tricky part in there, and as someone who's like pretty savvy in computers, IT, and like even a bit of coding and game dev, it's so hard now to predict really clearly how well a game is going to perform performance-wise, and not market-wise, but just performance-wise. That it does help a lot, man, to have feedback from players like almost in real time and shit. But I think the problem is that when a game is not honest about its state of like, hey, you know what, we're not done, but we need your help to finish it. Can you guys fucking jump on it? Most people actually like that. If you look on Steam, most of the highest ranking game fuck, there's a game that's been early access for like 7 years and they're still going strong. So I think the appellation and the label on the game really matters a lot too. Because yeah, when you pay for a full-fledged finished game and it's full of bugs or features that are not there yet, it is a bit frustrating, but I truly wonder, like, let's call it the today's general gamer, you know, like, because again, I'm old, so I'm a gamer, but I don't necessarily count myself as the target demographic for new games necessarily. But I mean, anyone that is like in their 20 or like late teens or whatever, what game do they want? It's really hard for me to I don't know. I don't understand, because again, if you listen to the sales, then people do want just Calls of Duties and live service game. That's the thing, because those games are still the one that sells the most. They don't last, but so me, I'm more of a single player experience, immersive RPG, or if it's not RPG, it has to have like a very story driven narrative thing. Or on the opposite side of the spectrum, I like sandbox game, you know, like fucking where I can build shit and unleash my creativity. So, I mean, for me, it's pretty clear what I like, and that's what I base my game searching criteria, if you want, on Steam or whatever, because I know what I want. But let's say like I'm 21 today, and I'm like someone who's been in the gaming sphere since I'm younger, and so like, you know, like live services were already a thing and everything. Yeah, you're right. Well, again, Cyberpunk was, but that's another sad case of publisher problem, because the no dev in the world wants to put out a shit unfinished game. It's not true. But devs are paid by publisher, and what happened in the case of Cyberpunk is that they did out. It's awful because they lied. They really lied about so many things. You could see that they had a very specific hope goal in mind. That's like, we're gonna crash and burn. But then once the publisher has kind of lost the grip a bit, where it's like, hey, the game is released, the quarter is done, the earning calls are over, whatever. They don't even care that much at that point. As soon as the game is released, the publisher is not going to care anymore, because the vast amount of money is at the beginning. So it seems like the game dev were kind of hostage a bit, and it seems like it's something that's happening often. And when we're talking about Fallout 76, but that's another good example of, to me, a decent, successful live service. There's a lot of stuff that I don't like about Fallout 76, and I played it in the early days, and it was trash. I played it a couple times throughout the years since, and last time I played it, I thought it was a lot better. It really did felt like a Fallout. Like, you could play solo, and there was quests, and there was NPCs and shit. Sure, the whole microtransaction, but I do think that it's one of the games that made it in a okay way, where like, as soon as you have to buy shit to have the same experience as everyone else, that's wrong. That's where it's fucking wrong. I think the base game needs to be solid and fully featured. After that, you want to sell shit, cosmetic or like building stuff, I don't really have a problem with it. I fell into the pit as well when I was playing Fallout 76. I got Fallout first for a couple months because I wanted all the fucking things to build my settlement, because I'm a huge settlement sucker. So it was kind of targeted at me, and I kind of fucking, I was hooked, and I dumped a bunch of money, but Fallout 76 is on Game Pass, so I never paid for Fallout 76. So again, I do think that when it comes to games on Game Pass, they can really be, and that's why I think it's a smart concept. It's like, okay, you don't pay the game, but then you'll pay the microtransaction or the DLC and everything, but it still make the cost significantly less. Sure, the day that they remove out of Game Pass, you're fucked. But now that Bethesda's a first-party studio, it's very unlikely, but I don't know, man. Again, there's so much hate on the internet about everything and everyone and everything that ever existed, and people are, like you said, you're so biased, and they're so like, it's really hard to figure out like exactly again what people want and because that's a unfortunate thing that we have such strong voice to say no, we don't want that, but then we never really say what we want or what we would prefer instead. So I'm not saying that like it's because of that we have shit stuff, but it doesn't help for sure, you know, because companies and corporations are built on a reactionary basis. They just react to markets all the time, whatever happens. But yeah, but again, and it's funny, man, because look, let's be super fucking real now. I do think that Bethesda has been really having it a lot harder since they got bought by Microsoft. Not internally, but externally. Because, and I don't want to be that guy, but Sony's fans are like, to me, they're probably the most toxic ones. Like, or they're really high up there. They're arguably worse than PC Master Race, honestly. And the problem is that there's still the majority of console owners are PS5 or Sony people. So they have a loud voice, and there's a lot of them. Because if you think about like Starfield and everything, there was petition online about not only taking Starfield multi-platform, but to remove it entirely and just have it on PS4. And that's weird. Like I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna say it. I think like Sony fanboys are excessively problematic for the gaming industry itself because they're weird. Like it's like they get 4 games a year barely. That is often 4 times the same game. Let's be very fucking real about that. And I say that a lot because I've been playing a couple of them on PC, which I'm very grateful now because I don't have a PS5 or any Sony console. That's not true. I have actually a PS3, a PS2, 2 PS2, and 2 PS1, but I'll never go beyond that. But I played Spider-Man. I played Horizon Zero Dawn, and I played Days Gone. Days Gone is my favorite of the 3. But the mechanics of the game, yeah, well, Nintendo fans are just like, they're sad. It's kind of a sad thing, honestly. It's like the people that are just like, they're in their own backyard and they're just like, you know, it's just that, you know. Look, I have a Switch emulator. I bought a Switch for my girlfriend because she's really into Pokemons and whatnot. Although she's not using it that much anymore. But I don't enjoy that much Nintendo games. I played a bit of the Zeldas on emulator, and it's fine, whatever, it's cool. But again, Sony's and Nintendo are very similar in that way where they really exclusively cater to fanboyism and brand loyalty. And I don't think it's something that was ever very strong in Microsoft to maybe their own demise. Like I gotta say, the loyalty of Sony's fan and Nintendo fan is probably what makes them stronger in the market. Because I think that Xbox people are like not far off from PC people and just care a lot less about those things, you know? Like even the whole concept of exclusive, I found it so stupid, man. Like I always did. It always bugged me. I never had the money to buy 5 consoles at the same time. And so like again, Sony's exclusive model, they have been coming out and saying quite often in the past recent months that they can. And there's no games, by the way, there's no first-party games coming out of Sony's until March 2025. So it just shows how they fucked themselves like so bad by exclusively leaning on that exclusive thing and like whatever PS Plus, like you can't compare that to Game Pass. It's just kind of an installed services. Same thing with Nintendo, like the Nintendo like fucking premium eShop bullshit to even just be able to play emulation or back compat, which I think is horrific, and it's something I got to give credit to Microsoft for, though. Like they are by a significant amount the best one when it comes to game preservation, like a lot, and that's cool. But again, man, like it's not just gaming, it's the whole world right now. We're like at the end, you know, late stage capitalism. We're at the end of the late stage. Like it's like we don't know what's gonna happen, but it's probably gonna be like fucking mad shit very soon. Very, very soon. We're arguably even in it right now. Oh, that lady does not, she's not okay, right? But yeah, so meanwhile, at least we have Skyrim to hide ourselves in. Oh, yellow element. Okay. Easy.
You looking for a fight, huh? Be arranged.
You sure about that, buddy? Okay, it's pretty dead. Is someone like sharpening their axes? You like my accent? Well, thanks. My accent is French Canadian. I am a French Canadian. English is my second language. I live in Montreal.
Want a real fight, huh? Let's go.
Oh, okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What is happening?
You won't get the best of me. I don't plan on being killed by the likes of you.
Well, I guess you should have planned better. So many things. Whoa, what is happening with the mouse? Sometimes the mouse goes a bit AWire. Fill bottles from meat barrels? That's a new thing. Do I have bottles? But that's fun. Oh, you're from Saskatchewan? Yeah, fucking fellow Canadian. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I always wanted to visit, you know, like, I mean, I went to Europe for quite a while, but I never really visited Canada that much. I went to Ontario a couple times, near Picton and Sandbanks, but never really went further than that. Toronto, I guess, is the farthest that I ever went towards west. I'm actually going next week for work, but I'm not a fan of Toronto. Not even a huge fan of Montreal. I fucking hate Quebec. Just want to make that very fucking clear. I truly hate this place with a goddamn passion, man. I don't care if I was born and raised here. Well, raised is it's kind of an overstatement, but I fucking hate this province, man. Like, I mean, my girlfriend works in international shipping, and I'm pushing her a lot to see if we can get some sort of transfer, because I want to leave this place, man. It's as someone who decided to willingly live its life in English, I get tons of problems for that, man. Like, serious problems, like government problems and all of that shit. It's insane. Especially right now. Well, the past couple of years we've been I don't want to say governed, because that would imply that there's a democracy here, but it's like dictated by fucking the CAC bullshit and the fucking French insanity of like fucking the Law 101 and all that garbage. Really grinds my gear, man. Really fucking hate this place. I never felt home here, like, at all. Never did. Never will. That's why I need to move eventually. I don't want to die here. That's the worst thing that can happen to me, man. Dying in this province. Yeah, well, that's fair. But that's fair. I'm super curious, man. What's the perception of Quebec in Saskatchewan? Because I know it's pretty bad all across Canada, and it's well deserved, but I'm just curious. hear it firsthand. Fucking fair. Yeah, again, man, it's a shit place for real. I mean, all provinces they have their up and downs, and at least nice place, but good God, here it's backwards, man. I always compared Quebec province as like fucking Alabama, U.S. You know, it's very backwards, very Lone Star State bullshit. You know, it's like, oh, we're the best, we're so different. English people are so bad. It's like, fuck off. Maybe you could learn it to see that it's not that bad at all. Yeah, no, I never. My dad was a big French patriot. Always hated him. He's dead now, so it's thankfully. But I do come from a. How do I get out of here? I'm so out of focus. I was raised in a very patriotic family, but that did not work on me at all. Actually, it did the opposite pretty quickly. And my dad always hated my fucking guts for that, which I always loved, you know. I really have a big problem with the whole, like, this is our land shit, you know, considering that we kind of genocide the people that were here before. Oh, I'm like, can we start acknowledging that tad more? Is it possible? But yeah, I hate, fuck man, I hate the people here. I hate everything and everyone. I'm not gonna lie. I barely, if ever, go outside because of that. That and social anxiety and fucking a lot of mental health issue, but it is a big part of why I can't. Oh, I just lost my YouTube chat. What is happening? And he's broken? Oh, no, it's back. Oh, no, dude, please. You can't offend anyone because I don't have a French audience. That's A. And, I mean, there's nothing you can say against this place that's going to offend me. I'm actually going to like it. Like, dude, like, we are one of the most unwelcoming fucking place in the world. The only thing is that we're pretending that it's not the case. And it's very funny. And I always saw it. There's... You don't even have to search to see how... Quebec is full of shit, okay? So, when you go to Ontario, through the 401, and I mean, I never went past Toronto, but that's still 6 hours further than here, okay? So that's pretty long. Up to at least Toronto, all the road signs, bilingual. Most of the things, at least on the road sides of the 401, bilingual. When you go to Toronto or Ottawa, pretty much everything's bilingual. On your way back, as soon as you cross the fucking border, it's like, fuck you, everything's in French. It's almost like if there's a sign that says, hey man, English, turn the fuck back around. And I think it's very shitty, you know, and then people are like, oh, the English people, they don't like us. Yeah, well, I mean, have we tried to be a bit more welcoming? Like, not at all. Not at all. And I mean, sure, the language barrier is a huge problem. I get that, but look at me. I mean, I was born and raised French. And despite my hate for that, I simply wanted to learn English because I was like, well, seems to me like most of the world stuff is in English. Me, I'm interested in the world, you know? So, like, fuck the Bonhomme Carnaval and Ceinture Fléchée that we have here. Like, this is bullshit. And again, I can't, dude, you know, like, sometimes shit resonate with you or they don't, you know? Like, I mean, I'm someone who's very sensitive to that. Maybe it's because of my ADHD and hypersensitivity, whatever you want to call it, but I feel stuff really strongly, you know, whatever it is. Like, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. I feel... Come on. There you go. So, every time I ever went to Ontario, and even if there's that kind of bias that Ontario is like, you know, people in Ontario are so fucking nice compared to here, man. Like, it's insane. Like, I'm not saying necessarily like everywhere in Toronto and big cities, but at least in smaller village like Picton, and I mean, here village is not the same. It's really weird. I fucking hate it. Like, I don't like the country around here. It's scary as fuck, and people are like just weird. But when I went to Picton, Ontario, people were so fucking welcoming, man, and like they all think it's cute that we're French and all of that, and I'm like, are these the people that we're supposed to hate? Because they're pretty nice to me, man. It's really hard to hate them. But on the other hand, here, are you gonna die, motherfucker? Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna take a little potion. Oh my, what is the fuck is happening? I don't see it. Oh shit, okay. I think I'm injured or something. My mouse is acting all fucking weird. Oh, no, you're not gonna heal yourself, piece of shit. You're gonna die. That's what you're gonna do. I need a shield. Are we good? Are they dead? No. Oh. No, I thought he was fucking teleported or some shit. He's a bandit whisperer? What is he whispering? Bandits? Oh yeah, it's because I have arrows stuck in my face. I know I can dislodge them, but I don't know how. But yeah, dude, like to the extent that I've been called very often here by people, because now I've been living in the west part of the island where it's English, so like it's much better. But when I was younger, I was living on the eastern part of the island. I got called a traitor, a fucking, like, the worst name, because when people realize, because the worst thing you can do here is what I'm doing. Being English, terrible, we hate you. Someone who was born French and willingly decide to go the English route, there's no worse blasphemy possible for people here. That's mostly the reason why I'm actually like living my life in English as much as I can. Sometimes I fuck with people. I'm not gonna lie, I like to fuck with people here a lot. Like, so if I go in the eastern part of town, sometimes I pretend that I don't speak French, just for shits and giggle. And I do have an accent, but most of the time people are unable to discern where it's from. They understand that I'm clearly that English is not my first language, but I've been asked if I was Russian, Mexican, Greek, a bunch of different places. But yeah, no, I love to fuck with people here and be like, because man, the problem here, and I really believe that it's not a problem in other provinces because of the language, but in Quebec, people have that tightly knit fucking incestuous family thing of like, oh, you're French, I'm French, we're brother, you know? Which to me is fucking insane because, like, the language you speak is irrelevant to your amount of piece of shitness that you can be, you know? Like, I don't give a fuck if you're Russian, German, or fucking Keb. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. So, the amount of time that trash or white trash pieces of shit from fucking poor eastern part of town that, like, they would call me, like, if they hear that I'm speaking French, they're like, hey, we're like fucking brothers, and I'm like, no, dude, we got nothing in common. You're a fucking misogynistic bigot piece of shit that is racist and the worst. So, like, no. But people are like, yeah, but you're French, so, like, then we're like, no, we're not. So that's why I started to, like, when I was pretty young, as soon as I was, like, comfortable enough in English. I was like pretending that I was not French. I literally like, dude, to the point. I'm not gonna say that there isn't a bit of trauma involved in all of that shit. Okay, I'm aware. I'm a broken person. I had a difficult life, but to the extent, actually, what's the date today? Okay, in 2 days, it's gonna be 5 years with my girlfriend. I love her. She's the greatest person in the world. She's so supportive. She's so magical, whimsical. I love her like beyond what love can be. But when I met her, because I didn't really thought that it was going to lead to anything at all, I lied about my origin. I told her I was half French, half English. And I kept the lie for like a month or two, but then I had some, and I don't have these friends anymore, but back then I had some French friend. And although they were used to see, because all my girlfriends before the one I have right now were actual English girl, like they were born English girl or from even other places. My current girlfriend is French, although we never, barely if ever speak in French. We always spoke in English together. But so we were again 5 years ago. So we met in May and we went to the Pousa Fest, a punk rock fest here in Montreal, downtown. And I was gonna meet up some friend. And again, we're not even really dating, but kinda. And I'm haunted by the lie. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm gonna have to come clean one day eventually somehow. Like, I cannot just pretend forever that, like, although I did consider it. I was like, but then I had to tell her because, like, we're gonna meet some of my friends and I'm gonna be like, okay, they're gonna think it's very weird that I speak English with a French girlfriend, and this is gonna make my leg crumble. So I ended up putting her aside right as we got to the time, like, hey, I have something to tell you about my origin. She was like, what? I'm like, so hear me out. I am 100% French. She was like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I lied about it because, well, I didn't thought it was going to go that far. And also because I have identity problem where I just don't want people to know that I'm from here or that I was born here from people. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, I agree. I agree 100% about that, And look, I haven't paid my Quebec taxes since COVID. And here's why. Well, there's two reasons. I haven't paid my taxes, my provincial taxes here since the CAC got into power. So, like, it's been 5 years now. Because I refuse to give any sorts of money to that government, because that government not only does not represent me, but work literally against me on a daily basis. So that's A. But B, when COVID happened, I got a PCU like everyone, like most of the people. And at the end of all this, I paid my part to the federal. But then I got a letter from Quebec. They're like, hey, so that count as an income, and we want our cut. And I was like, I don't think so. You gave me nothing. I'm alive to this day because of the federal government, not the provincial one, like at all. You guys gave us nothing, did nothing. So I'm like, now you want me to pay you $4,000 because you didn't receive a cut out of that check? Fuck off. So as long as the CAC is there, I pay my federal tax every year. I do not pay my provincial tax. I have to fucking go to the tax thing and like block the Quebec thing because it wants to do both at the same time. So I have to file them manually. But I'm like, no, I refuse. My tax dollars are not going to go to something that I hate that much, that does not represent me in any way, shape, or form, and that all the money is invested in fucking Nazi language bullshit police and whatnot. So I'm like, no. So yeah. So totally get it. And the thing is that it's mind-boggling to me, okay, that you can be, especially now, like, whatever. Back in the René Lévesque times in the 70s, people were less informed. And actually the reason why they would want to was a bit more legitimate than it would be today. It was very different times. We lost, not once, but twice. But I just don't understand. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true that we never hear anything about Saskatchewan at all. Like, at all. We hear about Alberta because they complain a lot and they have the oil. We hear about us because we're complaining. But I think that's the problem. You guys are not complaining enough. You just gotta complain more about stuff. That's how you'll get some. But it's true though. Like, it's true. But that's the thing. It's just like, it's crazy to me that. And again, COVID, PCU is the perfect example of that. If we were by ourselves, we would all have died. Literally. Because the provincial government didn't have any money to give us. So that's A. But B is that's the thing, is that how, in what world are the current struggles of the population or in any way, shape, or form related or correlated to English people in Canada? Like people who are struggling. I'm one of them. I struggle a lot. Like, I have no money. I have mental health problem that I cannot get help because I don't want to get treated in French. This whole thing. But it's so mind-boggling to me that there's some people out there thinking, really, as a real thing in their brain, that this place somehow would be such a paradise if we could fucking kick everyone out that is not French and white and put a fucking wall around it. You know who thinks that? Trump and his fucking followers. So, like, can we see a correlation here? But it's the same problem. It's ignorant people that are thinking that their demise is due to not their own ignorance or their lack of fucking mind openness to the world or fucking culture, literature, or any sorts of fucking thing that goes outside of the scope of their tiny microscopic life. Like, you're a single mom in Ashlag, which is like the poor neighborhood here. You have 4 kids and all of that shit, and you struggle, and you're like, if only we would rule this place. Hey, spoiler alert, politics, capitalistic systems, they're agnostic. They don't care about race, color, religion, language, ethnicity. None of that shit matters. So why are you gonna tell me that on the whole globe, okay? Just us, we would, in a heartbeat, solve the problem of living in a capitalistic system just by removing some communication channel and transactional channel with the federal government. This is insane. Like, money is money, man. It's like, doesn't matter if we're using the Canadian dollar or the Quebec dollar, that, by the way, would be a 0.1 cent base currency. What the fuck? You cannot inject a new currency like that and hope that it's gonna work. This is fucking insane. And the craziest thing is that you look at the Parti Québécois, the PQ, fucking on the federal level, or the Bloc, I think it's called, whatever. And you open their fucking pamphlet of, like, electoral program, and all it says is that, oh, referendum, we just got to separate. And I'm like, okay, you know what? For the sake of argument, I'm all in. Let's do this. Then what? Like, because again, I'm really struggling to see how we're, like, stuck in a veil of federal oppression. Like, the reason why... Well, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Again, man, it's just like, I wouldn't blame, like, me. I look, if I'm honest, I don't understand that we haven't been kicked out yet. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like, okay, you guys don't want to be here, just fucking die. Like, fuck it, you know, like, fuck your referendum. But again, it is so ridiculous, purely on a geographical level. Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna fucking build a trench in between Ontario and Quebec? Like a fucking, like, wall? Or, like, what's the plan? Like, you know, like, I mean, it's still just gonna be right beside, you know? Like, it's so fucking stupid. And again, the provincial government has no reach or means or it's fucking structure, especially here, man. We spend so much resource, if not all of them, into the stupid fucking French preservation bullshit or whatever. Dude, it's like we're doomed. Like and honestly, again, because here's my immediate concern here in Quebec, okay? So we're going to have election soonish, like next year, I think. I want to say this fall, but I'm not quite sure. And people, after all those years, starting to be fed up with the CAC. But the motherfucking problem is that it's always about two options. It was Liberals or the fucking Bloc or PQ, whatever that thing. But then the CAC kind of took the place of like a liberal PQ because they were like very centrish and everything. But the problem now is that people are getting fed up with that, and they're like, you know what we need then? We need to bring the PQ back. So there's talks of fucking patriotism, referendum bullshit. And I swear to God, man. I swear to fucking God, I'm not a Christian, but I swear to whatever, the universe and shit. That's my cue. I want to move before that. But that's my last line of defense. The day. Again, I don't think it could happen, but we got to be careful. Because just like it seems improbable that Trump would ever be president. Not only he got president once, but he's about to get it another time. It's important to not diminish the power of the dumb people. They can be very powerful. But if that happens, I'm selling everything and we're leaving. Like fucking sure. Yeah, right. That's true. That's why. That's right. I do feel, but you're right, man. I feel like the empire is those government because again, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Trudeau bootlickers or like I don't even necessarily care about federal politics that much. But if I'm only going strictly on a basis of like what has been provided to me as a citizen, well, it's Quebec 0 and federal government 100. Like, you know, not always, but at least since Trudeau's there. And I mean, he's far from perfect. Fucking, he's crooked. All of that shit, for sure. But he still did some decent things for the country more than fucking Harper before or all that shit. But the federal government allowed me to smoke weed. Although here is more constricted because we're in Quebec and we want it to be different. Of course. Like, everybody can grow fucking weed, not us. But you know why? It's because here, state control. Weed is state control. SQDC are the sole provider of weed. So that's why we can grow any. It doesn't have anything to do with protecting the shit or whatnot. Anyway, that's not my shit, but federal helped me through and through when I was unemployed, helped me when there was the COVID situation, you know, like when I was looking for grant. But here's another thing, okay? I started, it's dead, but I had a business for quite a few years. I had a record label called AK Records. The logo that you see, the cat, is actually from that. I tried the hardest to get any sorts of fucking financial help from this goddamn province, and I couldn't get anything. And you want to know why? It's because as a label, I had to have a certain quota of French artists. Do you realize how this is insane? Because now we're like, net talent, skills, or anything. No, not important. Quotas. And it's not far from like the diversity quotas and all that shit, which is like, you know, another story. But it's just that I'm going to sign artists that I think they're good. Don't give a fuck if they're French or English. Just turns out that where I was operating. My friends are English. The scene is English, and I always listen to English music. I fucking hate French music. But the thing is that, what's the fucking difference? Look, I'm gonna say some unpopular opinion. You know what's the difference between Nazi Germany and current day Quebec? Gas chamber. That's it. And I wouldn't exclude them completely from a near future timeline. Because when you force people, you're not suggesting people. Hey, it'd be different if it'd be like, hey, we're French here, we like to promote it, we like to entice people to maybe explore French. That's all in fun. Forcing people down to not, look, if you're born French here, you're unable to go to an English school, you're unable to have any sorts of access to English services. Like, I need a professional mental health solution right now, and I cannot get any because I don't want to be served in French. And like, they're like, well, you have to. I'm like, well, fuck you then. Like, playing on the patriotism notes like that, and the national notes in a province context, and trying to dictate, you know, to that extent, like almost down to what's happening in your home apartment. And let's be real, no one owns a fucking home anymore. But like, if I go live in Ontario or in Saskatchewan, I don't think there's laws against me speaking French. I don't think I would get a lot of things done, but I don't think that it's against the law to speak French outside. Here kinda is. You know, like, kinda is. Like, it's not yet, but we're really pushing towards that. It's like, okay, it's fine in your own home. Depends. Don't speak too loud. And if we need to communicate with you, it needs to be in French, regardless. Government letters, fucking revenue agency, all of that shit, French. So if you don't understand French, fuck you. Hey, how is that welcoming? How is that caring about your citizens? But that's why here we're like, just like in the States, oh, you know what's our real problem is? Immigration. Too many people that are not white and French. That's the problem. That's the only problem. It's insane, man. It's fucking insane. Anyway. As you can see, I'm a very passionate person. I get easily fucking triggered with all of that shit. But it's just true, man. It's just like, I don't know. It's insulting, man, to anyone who has like a few brain cells left. It's like, you know what speaking French doesn't fucking solve? Poverty. You know what, like, having a French state doesn't solve, man? Homelessness. The day that speaking French across the board will save lives, I'll do it. But I don't think we're up there at all, you know? So, yeah. That's my closing comment.
Over here.
Could you stay on the ground, you asshole? Oh shit. I won't leave Skyrim alive. Can I even leave Skyrim? Okay, no, you die now. Okay. Okay, I need to maybe try something a bit different approach because bitch, come back.
Think you can take me?
What? Okay, that was a sick animation. She dead? But he's dead now? It's so dark though. Yeah, well, that's fair. Again, I don't celebrate any national holiday, especially here in Quebec, because, well, you cannot celebrate Canada Day without getting fucking persecuted, so that's A. And I certainly won't celebrate Saint Jean Baptiste Quebec Day because fuck this, you know. I actually have been making it a point, I think I'm at my 12th year now, where I try to do even less celebration than on a normal day of no celebration. I try to reverse celebrate, you know? Also, to be excessively fair, whatever stupid holiday we have here about national identity is just about getting fucking pissed drunk and starting to be racist. That's pretty much what people does here. Not my type of holiday. Oh, a painting? Whoa, what is that? New... You know what I would like to have though? Like a fucking torch, man. No one has torch. Do I have torch? I don't have torch. Oh wait, torch is in Misk. No. I have a lockpick. I got nothing. Do I have magic? I see in the dark, whatever. Something. Bless home. No. No. No, no, and no. Okay. I'm covered in blood. Although very intimidating, you'll have a hard time getting a good bargain and piercing anyone your current appearance. Well, that depends where you shop, man. It really depends where you shop. Okay, so no light spell. So dark. Spider webs. Ugh. Activate, squeeze true. That's new. That's new. I cannot see fucking anything. It's so dark. That's great. Fuck, I didn't know that for real though. I gotta be honest, my my knowledge of Saskatchewan history is non-existent, but I didn't know that. I honestly thought that was Alberta that had that kind of, because I know they kind of want to separate right now. No, Alberta, I think. But yeah, fuck this though. Like it's. Again, coercion is never the right way, man. The fuck was that noise? And you guys tell me there's no fucking torch anywhere? And they really changed the layout of that place, huh? Yeah. Okay. So basically, that doesn't leave a lot of province that didn't want it that wanted to be there in the first place, I guess. But yeah, that's it. I really don't know exactly how it works. The dynamic with the federal level compared to the provincial level, like in the prairies at all. I know that, I say again, Alberta really hates the federal government, like, that I know, because I see article about that all the time. But again, Saskatchewan is not talked about very often, so I guess it's harder to know their position. But the dynamic of the relationship, I really don't know how it is. Okay, it's a nice lever. What does it do? What is that? Ontario brought the reservation school that mistreat. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I know about the school. That was pretty. Yeah, that was pretty bad. The fucking basically concentration camp. Actually. Yeah, but for sure. I mean, of course, it's federal level. They try to be like, no, it's you guys particularly, because we found a bunch here in Quebec. So I doubt that this is Saskatchewan's fault. You know. I can't believe that I'm lost. Activate vault over. What the fuck is that? Is that a cat purring? Like I'm hearing cat purr. It really sounds like a cat purring, but I feel like it's not going to be a cat purring. Oh, is that a skeever? Oh, Jesus. Another skeever. Whoa. And can I maybe just raise the brightness a tad? Just a tad. That do anything? Seems like it didn't.
Is someone coming? Is that you, Haknir? Bjorn? Soling?
Yeah, that I read a bit about that, like especially with the railway and shit. I know there's a lot of blood on our ends. It's definitely not us, but yeah. No, fucking sucks, man. All of this is. That's why I hate patriotism or nationalism and all of that shit. I think it's so backwards. You know, it's like. First of all, yeah, can we agree that, like, you know, we're just fucking kind of raped and genocide everybody here, so it's not even really our land, no one, so can we just, like, kind of start with that? And then it's just, like, it makes everything so, like, trivial and fucking anti-evolution. Oh, no, it's gonna be the spiders. I don't like the spiders. I forgot about the spiders that I don't like. Ugh! Whoa! It's not the usual spider. I don't like the spider at all. Burke! Ah! Bitch! Die! Ugh! 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 So many, whatever, eggs on no! Buh! Ugh! I'm terrified of spiders. Ugh! It's just so, ugh. Dude. I don't feel like it. Yeah, we all know how it's gonna. Harville the Swift. We know your fucking lies.
The door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have. Does it look like I can move?
You liars.
I can feel it.
There you go. You didn't win anywhere because you're a liar. Okay, all of that is better, so should I... Why am I not full yet? Yeah, actually I have quite a lot of... Jesus, I have so many... Oh, a backpack? Yes. Okay, so... 29. Armor, maybe? Ah, that's better. That's better. Wait, what? Yeah. That'd be kind of cool, right? That'd be kind of fucking cool. Definitely, it's true, man. There is a lot of history. I know the new one just leaked a couple days ago. I think it's gonna be called Shadow, but yeah, it'd be cool. Assassin's Creed Prairies. Man, maybe a shield would be kind of cool. Okay, so I got the golden claw. Still can't see anything. I just don't want no more spiders. I already have to deal with the one that are outside here that are fucking gigantic. Yeah, we had we have a school name after this dude. Wasn't the dude that kind of oh shit? Wasn't he like kind of having bastard? Well, what they call bastard child, like with native and just fucking like being a all around massive jerk or something. You know? I don't know the full history. I know that he wasn't a great person. Man, it's the first time that I... Okay. Okay, see, that's it. But that's what I thought, too. I get that. Like, we rarely, if ever, get the full picture. Oh, interesting. I definitely gotta check that out a bit. For sure. But wait, maybe I'm even fucking mixing them up. Maybe it's not Louis. There's a dude, McDonald, maybe? It was a dude that was like kind of raping a bunch of native and had a few bastard child and like, it's kind of a dick. And like you wouldn't recognize them or something like that, but... Okay, so yeah, that's the one. So sorry, that's who I was referring to. Okay. Oh, then maybe that's why if you try to keep Ontario out, maybe we liked him, and that's why we have a school. We have a pretty big high school here in Montreal named after him. can't believe there isn't a single lantern, torch, or fucking balls of light that I can... Because I used to know this place by heart, but they really changed it in that month. And I'm turning around. I'm running in circle. Quest. Maybe if I highlight the right quest, it's going to help a bit. Oh, okay. Magno was the one that started pushing west. What the fuck was that? Okay. Hearing noise, something fucking... I think it's part of my green screen that just blew up. It's too hot. I'll never be able to figure out what I'm doing because it's too dark. If I just back up slowly. In a wall. Unlock. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Yeah. Bitch. Well, okay, so I think I'm at the right place. I want to keep that up. No, thank you. I said no, thank you. Whoa. Oh, nice. There's a town. There's down here where older than Saxby. Oh shit, for real? That's cool. Wow. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not that well versed in Canadian history. I really realized that. I mean, I knew it, but I see to which extent. That's honestly, I didn't even knew that there was a time where Saskatchewan was not part of Canada. I know that Quebec, we were part of the United States for like a week and a half at one point. Very, very short time. Like a million years ago. But that's about it. Oh, nice. Certain doubt if I'm ever gonna reach that fucking claw. What time is it? Gonna have to get up soon. That worked. Isn't that a bit of a priority? Whoa, okay, why is everything shaking like that? Jeez Louise. Eesh. Okay, whoa. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know why everything was shaking like that, though. That weapon is meh. Need a mace. It'd be fun. Okay. That's so weird. It's not working. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, but I came here, they're dead. Oh my god, I've been turning around in circles and round and round and round. Like nonstop. Uh-oh. Is that here? God, maybe. Oh shit, really? Until that, so that's not even that long ago. Ah, that's so interesting, dude. Wow, I didn't know that at all. Holy shit, no. Oh, I think I died. I think I died. Yeah, but it's so dark. Like no lantern or anything. It's ridiculous. Can I take a candle or anything? Anything. Oh, there's a chest on there. I'll take those potions. Oh, it's kind of cool that the potions are glowing in the dark. can't believe that there's not a single fucking torch anywhere. This is a bit stupid. So, oh well. I think it's over there. It's over there, right? Or that's where I came from? No, that's where I came from. Holy shit, man, this is hard. I'm dead again. Okay, I mean, it's fucking Bleak Falls Barrow. It's supposed to be the easiest fucking dungeon in the game. It would help if I could see something, but now I'm stuck on top of it. I cannot even go back because I'll never find my way back. What about my magic? Do I have anything interesting? No. And that's it. I got nothing. Pray. That's fucking gonna help me out. I go back to my axe. Even though the mace is supposed to be stronger, but it doesn't feel like it. Erston's Cumberland House up north was built in 1774. Oh, shit. Built by French raiders in the Hudson Bay. Oh, okay. Dude, that's so interesting. You're pretty well versed in history. That's good. Dude, that was a long time ago for sure. Is there anything I can eat, maybe? No. 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 Okay, maybe that, I guess, as well. If I just run past them, can I do that? Yeah, that's it. Maybe I'll just fucking run. Bye. Whew. Holy shit, man. What is happening over there, Blue? What is so? It's like I'm playing this game for the first time. It's weird and fun, but weird. Like, what is this thing here? Ouch. That's the climb up. Okay. Oh, it's just a potion? Jeez, okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. When you counter them, it's pretty good. But otherwise, it's... I think I can see better on my second screen on the stream than in my actual screen. Yeah, I think it's less dark. I have no clue where it. No, but you're right, and that's super interesting. No, dude, for real, like, totally get it, man. I love the passion. I'm the same. I'm just I'm a bit unsure about. I heard about this whole equalization payments. So it's about like what province are paying to the federal. No, dude, I'm the same. So please don't feel bad, dude. Like I'm the same, you know. I actually love people with fucking passion. Fucking fuel hatred. But yeah, so when you're talking about equalization movement to Ontario, you mean like what the province are paying for stuff or services to the federal level? Oh, it's what the province are paid from the federal level. Is that working? What? I have like a flashlight? I guess. I really wish I would have seen that before. Jesus fucking Christ. Holding E, that's kind of weird. I had no fucking clue on that. E, it's activate, but... Must be somewhere in the MCM then. Grafting, creme decayed, or blood. That's bullshit. Wow, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know we were taking your money. That's bullshit. That's how fucking terrible it is in Quebec. It's like we're literally stealing money from other province and we're crying about it. Fucking pieces of shit. I'm sorry, dude. Fucking that's some garbage shit. I'm curious, resource-wise, what do you guys have? Fields? Because here, I mean, we have trees and water, and electricity, so are we giving a bit back, or not even? We're just like, fuck you all, we're just gonna take everything we have for us, and also would like to have some of your shit. I feel like it's a Quebec thing to do, probably. Because I've been led to believe outside Alberta that has oil. It's Alberta that has oil, or is it Manitoba that has like the oil sand? But I've been led to believe that we were the province with the most resource. Even that it's kind of a part of the discourse against Canada is like, oh, they want all our resource. But it's kind of bullshit, I'm feeling then. Like, it's like, we don't want to share ours, but we would like to get yours. That is so Quebec, man. Fuck. Oh shit, that's some good shit actually. Okay, gold, diamonds, and coal. Yeah, coal's good. It's good. It sells a lot. Okay, so you have a lot actually. It's just us that we're full of shit, man. We're like, oh, Quebec has all the lakes and the resource and the water and the trees and. Because I know we're giving electricity for free to Detroit and the States like that, or like basically for free. Ultimate immersion toggle. Okay, no. Turn rider, ultimate dodgebot. Survival. I'm gonna have to check a bit more of the mods. Is this over here? No. Well. Just trying to find okay, anyway, I know I have a flashlight now. I wish I found that like an hour ago. Okay, so we got nothing. It's so funny how the narrative change, you know, every time. It's like, because again, here it's like, oh, we're the golden land of Canada, which I never believed. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I'll have to say that behind you, man. I don't think you guys should give us anything, honestly, like at all. Like, especially that all we do is complain about you guys. So it's like, fuck us, man. Okay, and I'm back here. Good, got him. So I think it's up there. But dude, thanks for all those fucking history lessons. I truly mean it, man. It's nice to know, to have different perspective and different, well, not perspective, but other side of the stories, you know. Because again, what we learn here is, eh. Finally. Thought I'll never find this fucking place. Okay. Well, use drop favorite. Can I just inspect a bit? No? Okay, it's bear, dragonfly, and owl. Bear. Oh my god. Okay, that's a lot of animation, but what is that, like fortune wheel? Oh. Oh, okay. This ring is harder to turn for some reason. Okay. That sounds beautiful, man, actually. I'd love to check that out. Again, man. Maybe it's only a matter of time before I move to Saskatchewan. What's the port situation? Because my girlfriend works in shipping, so it needs to be close to big port. Is there a big port there? I'm not sure. I'm assuming so. What the fuck is this? Oh, the valley? That sounds good, man. Sounds good. Yeah, but again, here, like they're trying to make believe that Quebec is the most beautiful land, but it's not true at all. A lot of woods, first of all. So if you're not into woods, there isn't much. And big fucking ass spiders, but that's because I'm near the water. But I can't believe that I finally find my fucking way. Yeah, no, but not not as an ocean, but more like a St. Lawrence River. Like, oh my god, I feel suddenly very unqualified to, because we have the port here. It's pretty big because we're like in the entrance to St. Lawrence River, but no, it goes into the Great Lakes and it stops there. So yeah, there's no port, obviously. Sorry. Dumb question. No, I was asking because I'm trying to find places where, because if there's ports, that means that they have offices over there. Because I know they have a bunch of off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, let's do this. I mean, I could use my scroll. Oh, that surely fucking worked. There you go. Dragonstone. Alright, great. I never thought that it would take me that much time to do Big Falls Barrows. Hey, huh? That was tough. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, but it's because my girlfriend works for MSC International Shipping, so like they have insane boat, so like they barely fit. They don't even fit necessarily here. They can only come to the port. They have to turn around and go. Like, they cannot go further because they're too big. Okay, where am I now? Oh. Okay, I don't know why the FPS dropped that much suddenly here, but... Okay, can I go back to... Riverwood. Alright, I think I'm gonna save that there. Shit, that went pretty fast. That was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for that conversation. I love that shit for real. Alright, it's done that golden claw. Okay, I don't know why my FPS got super low. Because it wasn't before, but... Yeah, they do have a big portion of their thing because they own like trucking. So like when the stuff arrives here in Montreal, they to ship to the rest of so we have trucking service. But again, my girlfriend's taking care of like port billing and all of that stuff. Honestly, I don't really know exactly what she's doing. It's complicated, important and complicated stuff. That's all I know. But I know that that's it. She needs to be like within the territory of a national port. Because even if their headquarters is in Geneva, and here they have a big division for the Montreal port, but it's actually 100% federally operated. They don't abide by the laws of Quebec. Same thing for holidays. Like she has all the holidays of Canada, but they don't work with the Quebec one. It's a federal business. Okay, I just got your golden claw, dude.
I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open.
Okay, I saw a dragon.
Expect me to believe that?
I don't know. I have a golden claw for you.
Yeah, an ornament. Solid.
Wait, you mean this golden claw?
Found it. There it is. Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna save here. I have to go. But it was a lot of fun. And thank you so much, man, for a super interesting conversation. A lot of things about Canada, just I think it's cool. Oh my god, I'm Dude, it's the biggest industries are farming and mining. Yeah, mining's huge. Like company bills and round town's huge. Don't need to fund a local project. Yeah, but that's interesting. Dude, you know what? It's gonna make me want to learn a bit more about the history of the prairies and especially Saskatchewan for sure. Yeah, nice meeting you. Don't hesitate to come back. I'd love to talk more about that. It's super cool. I stream all the time. A lot of bullshit. Sorry, because I'm looking at myself. It's because, dude, I had a beard all my life, as far as I can, and I decided that I was tired, that I was going for the mustache look. And every time that I see myself in like bigger, I'm always like, who the fuck is this guy? So that's just a bit weird. So that's why I'm with my butt chin. Anyway, well, thanks a lot. It was super cool to meet you. Thank you for everybody else that was lurking around, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Appreciate it a lot. And you can go check both on my YouTube channel and on Twitch. There's tons of reruns and everything and fun stuff like that. But that'll be all for me for a little while. I'm probably going to be back later this afternoon. We got to go eat something now because I'm starving. So again, thanks everyone. Thanks Folivora, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That was super interesting, super cool. Nice meeting another fellow Canucks as well. And fuck Quebec. That's all we got to say. All right, everyone. Take care. The Free Mike signing off.